Hello dear students, now we are another lesson, that is aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid, a very important lesson of our organic chemistry, book 2 of the class 12th chemistry. Now, in the beginning we must be knowing that aldehyde, ketones and carboxylic acid, the third lesson of our chemistry, includes those compounds which are having C double bond O linkage. That is C double bond O, the carbonyl part present in them. So when we are talking about the aldehydes, the C double bond O part must be having attached H with it. When we are talking about the ketonic part, it must be having on both the side the carbon chain. But in case of the carboxylic group, the C double bond O must be having on one side the O is the hydroxyl group present on it. And on the other side, it can be H or R, the alkyl chain. So the basic difference in these three cases is in aldehyde, at least one place must be occupied by H. In case of ketone, both the sides are having the placement of carbon, and in the case of carboxylic acid, on one side there must be the hydroxyl group. Now when we talk about the carboxylic group, that is the RCOOH. This is RCOOH, that is a carboxylic group. So the carboxylic part is still divided into 4 different parts which are considered as the derivatives of the carboxylic acid. So the 4 important derivatives of carboxylic acid are RCOCl. Okay, RCOCl, which we used to call this acid halide or acid chloride. Usually Cl is there, so we called it as acid chloride. In the other case, the other derivative we consider here is RCONH2. The OH is replaced by NH2. We call it as acid amide. Acid amide. Now in the third case, RCOOR dash. OR dash. In this part it is OR dash. In the above it is NH2. In the above it is Cl. We can use halogen also, the other halogen also. Now in this case, when we are talking RCOOR dash, what it becomes is, it is ester. The pleasant fruity smelling. Now the fourth case, the fourth derivative of carboxylic acid are RCO, and the common O. That is, when water is eliminated in between the two same carboxylic acid, it is known as acid anhydride. The water has been removed in between the two carboxylic acids. So these are considered as the 4 very important derivatives of carboxylic acid. And what is the similarity in between all the 3 structures of aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid? That all are having the presence of C double bond O, although the C double bond O is linked with the other groups on the other sides. So these, what we have discussed here is the derivatives of the carboxylic acid. In this lecture of aldehyde, ketone and carboxylic acid, we will be dealing with the aldehydes and ketones, their nomenclature, their common names, and some very important tips here regarding the nomenclature part. Some of the aldehydes and ketones are very important in our daily life also. For example, when we talk about benzaldehyde, it is having the fragrance of bitter almond. And where it is used in the preparation of almond oil. So there are some of the very important aldehydes or ketones which are very, very important part of our life are. This is a ring with a CHO part. This is known as benzaldehyde. And dear student, the benzaldehyde is having the fragrance of bitter almond. And it is used in making of the almond oil. The another same here is salicylaldehyde. We have done salicylaldehyde also in lesson number 2. Salicylaldehyde, okay. And from where it is obtained? It is obtained from meadow sweets. Now some other examples which are used in various products are, this is cinnamaldehyde. Cinnamaldehyde is CH, double bond CH and CHO. The common name is cinnamaldehyde. Cinnamaldehyde. It is obtained from cinnamon. Cinnamon, and is used in spices and drugs. Spices and in some drugs also. Now the other is vanillin. All of you must have heard about the vanilla ice creams. So the smell basically is from vanillin, the vanilla beans. So it is CHO, OCH3 at the meta position. and OH at the para position. It is known as vanillin. It is obtained from vanilla beans, and is used in making of ice creams and other fragrances of vanilla. So these are certain aldehydes and ketones which have taken a place in our various daily life products also. Now coming to the IUPAC and common names of certain aldehydes and how they are named. So the IUPAC system of nomenclature includes aldehyde as alkane minus E and then adding of -al. So if there is a very simple aldehyde, we are going to name it as alkane and then removing the last E and adding suffix -al. But always remember, student, that the name of the aldehyde, if aldehyde is present as a functional group, we have to give preference to it, and the naming will start from that point where the CHO gets the lowest possible place. But another thing, if CHO is present more than one time, that is we are using dial or trial, then in that case, the name of the alkane will remain complete without the removal of E. For example, if it is propane, we are not going to remove the last E of it. We are going to write it as propane complete with E and then writing the positions of CHO, the aldehyde part, and then giving the -al name to it. Now, when aldehyde group is attached on a ring, now it is not included in the counting part. When the CHO is present outside the ring, the cyclic part, then it is considered as carbaldehyde. So -al is used when the CHO is a part of the chain, but when CHO is lying outside the ring, then it is considered as the carbaldehyde. So we have to remember two things: when it is to be used as -al and when it is to be used as carbaldehyde. So these things should be highlighted when we are doing the nomenclature part. So the thing becomes clear as soon as we go to the practice part of it. So let us see certain common and the IUPAC names of certain things. So first of all, we will do the common names. HCHO, one carbon, it is known as formaldehyde in the common name. Formaldehyde. Then CH3CHO, it is known as acetaldehyde. When there are 5 carbon in a straight chain, it is known as valeraldehyde. Now again, this thing, CH3, CH2, CH3 and then CHO. In this case, the name given is alpha. The other carbon which is present after the CHO part is known as alpha. It is known as in common as alpha methyl butyraldehyde, the 4 carbon butyraldehyde. So now we come to the other one, CH2 double bond CH single bond CHO. It is known in the common as acrolein. Okay, and then CH3 CH double bond CH single bond CHO. It is known as crotonaldehyde. Crotonaldehyde. Now the last one, CH3CH, then the branch of CH3, CH2, CHO, it is known as isovaleraldehyde. So some of the common names: formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, valeraldehyde, alpha methyl butyraldehyde. CH2 double bond CHO is an important one. It is known as acrolein. CH3 CH double bond CH single bond CHO, it is crotonaldehyde. And the last one is the valeraldehyde. It is the 5 carbon CH3 CH3 and then CH2 CHO. Now when we come to the IUPAC name, the IUPAC name follows a particular system, that is how many carbons are there, and removing the last E, we used to put -al. So in the first case, it is only 1 carbon. So the name becomes methanol, methane minus E plus -al. In the second one, it is 2 carbon. So we will call it as ethanol. Now in the third example, when we come to the third example of it, it is 5 carbon. 5 carbon is pentane, removing the E, adding the -al. Now the fourth one, in the fourth one, we will be numbering from that carbon which is having the getting the CHO as the lowest position. So first 1, 2, 3, 4. Total 4 carbons are there, and on the second carbon it is the CH3 which is placed. So following the rules, 2 methyl and then the 4 carbon is butanol, 2 methyl butanol. Now in the fifth one, which we called as acrolein, the numbering will start from the CHO part, 1, 2, 3, The second is ene. So we will call it as prop 2-ene ul. You can call it as 1ul or simply ul. For one, it is not necessary to mention. Now, in the sixth one, we will be numbering from the part which is having the lowest number to the CHO. So it becomes but 2-ene ul. Now, the seventh one, which is the isobutyraldehyde, isovaleraldehyde. In the seventh one, which is isovaleraldehyde, it is the methyl which is present on the third carbon. So it will be known as 3-methyl butanol. So common name as well as IUPAC name both must be known when we are doing the conversion, when we are giving the IUPAC name. So all these things are very necessary to be covered. Now these are the things which we have done for the common straight chain following certain rules. That is, aliphatic aldehydes are known by alkanals, but this alkanals, the E is removed, but this E is going to be retained if the suffix dial is used or it is present more than one time. So at that time, the E is going to be retained and not to be removed. But when the CH is present on the cyclic ring, we are going to use the term carbaldehyde. Now let us come to certain examples in which the aromatic part is present. So let us see certain examples of the aromatic ring also. Now we come to the aromatic aldehydes, that is having the aromatic ring. In the aromatic aldehydes, we have again classified for the easier nomenclature that aldehyde when it is directly attached to the ring and when aldehyde is not directly attached to the ring. So the first one, we come to the benzaldehyde. The CHO is directly attached on the ring. The IUPAC name given is, we used to call it as, the CHO is lying outside the cyclic part, so we will be calling it as benzene carbaldehyde. But benzaldehyde is a well accepted one. In the second case, there are CHO as well as OH. In the second example, it is CHO as well as OH. So which is going to be get the preference? The CHO is going to get the preference and the OH is going to get the second place. So it is known as 2-hydroxy benzaldehyde. So we are going to write as a 2-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Now in the third case, the meta-nitrobenzaldehyde. The two functional groups are present, the CHO as well as NO2. So which is going to get the preference? Again, the CHO is going to get the preference and the meta, that is the third position, is occupied by NO2. So what is going to be the IUPAC name here? It is 3-nitrobenzaldehyde. Okay. Now coming to the fourth example. When the para position is occupied by CH3, the common name given to it is para-toluidaldehyde. A number of students get confused when we talk about the para-toluidaldehyde. You must be knowing toluene, benzene ring with CH3, and when we talk about the para-toluidaldehyde, this means the CH3 and CHO both are having the para location with each other. So in this case, the CHO gets the first position and CH3 gets the fourth position. So we will be naming it as 4-methyl and then it is benzaldehyde. Okay, now the fifth one. It is meta-methoxy benzaldehyde. Meta-methoxy. So again, the CHO is going to get the first position and the methoxy is going to get the third position. We are going to call it as 3-methoxy and followed with benzaldehyde. Very simple naming seems to be a little bit difficult, but following certain rules, we will be able to cover all these things very easily. So now the second thing when we are talking about these aldehydes, the aldehyde group is not directly attached to the aromatic ring. So how we are going to name it is first the thing that we are going to number them. So the numbering always starts from CHO if it is present, then 1 and 2. The second part is occupied by the phenyl. In this case again 1, 2 and 3, the second position by phenyl. And now in this case 1, 2 and 3, the third position occupied by phenyl. So let us start giving the name to it. It is 2, then phenyl, 2-phenyl ethanol. Okay. Now in this case, 2-phenyl, and then it becomes propanol. Now the third one, 1, 2, 3, the third is occupied by phenyl, 3-phenyl prop-2-ene 1-ol, or simply the ol. So in this case, the CH3 is not directly attached, the CH2 is not directly attached to the benzene ring. Now let's come to the IUPAC name of the ketones. We know that in case of the ketones, the C double bond O is having on both the sides the carbon part attached to it. On both the sides it is carbon, but if one side is occupied by, then it is the aldehyde, and if one part is attached to OH, then it is the carboxylic. So it's the time to talk about the ketones having carbonyl group, and on both the side it is the presence of carbon. So the longest carbon chain including the ketonic group is selected as the parent chain, and the suffix E, the alkane, the parent, the E, last E is removed, and we are going to attach on at the position. We have to specify the position of the on also, because in this case the on is in between the two carbons, so the lowest number is given to the on position. Now the numbering is done from that side where the ketone group get the lowest number. So the lowest locant rule has to be followed every time, even we are talking about aldehyde or of ketones. So let's do some examples of it. CH3COCH3, in the common terms it is known as acetone, but when we are talking about the IUPAC, it is known as the 3-carbon alkane is propane. So it will be known as propanone. Now the second example. Total 4 carbons are there, and the CO is present on the second one. In the common, we call it as ethyl. On one side, it is ethyl, methyl, following the alphabet also, the ethyl methyl ketone. But in the IUPAC, we move according to the lowest number as well as the longest chain. So it is butane to one, but it can also be called as butanone, because in case of butane, the second is the only position where the ketone can be placed. Now coming to the third example, CH3CO, then CH2 3 times, again CH3. So in this case, the methyl is present on one side, and propyl, CH2, CH2, CH3, the 3-carbon part is present on the other side. One side methyl, one side propyl, and the propyl is present in the straight chain form, CH2, CH2, CH3. So it is known as methyl and propyl ketone. But when we are talking about the IUPAC name, the longest chain becomes of the total 6 carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It becomes that of the 5 carbon. The longest chain is of 5 carbon. And giving the lowest number to CO, the CO will be getting as the second position, then 3, then 4, and then 5. The 3 and 4, both the carbons are within this part. So it becomes pentane 2-one. Okay, the number of the ketone has to be specified. Now in the fourth example, it is CH3 whole twice C, double bond CHCO CH3. So let us draw a small bit structure of it so that the naming becomes easier. This part is known as the macetyl oxide. So carbon, CH3, CH3, then double bond CHCO CH3. It will become much easier while giving the name. So students, while naming it, first of all, we have to give the number to every part. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So the methyl is attached on the 4th carbon, and double bond is present on the 3rd carbon. So let us try to give the name to it. It is 4-methyl. Total how many carbons are there? 5. Pent. Ene on the 3rd part. 3-ene. Then tell me the number of one now. The one is present at which carbon? We will be writing it again. Pent-3-ene. 3-ene, and the one is present on second position, that is 2-one. 4-methyl pent-3-ene 2-one. Okay, now in the other case, we come to the 5th example. It is known as benzyl. This part is known as benzyl. This is known as ethyl, and CO is ketone. So what we are going to name here it as? We are going to name it as Following the long chain also, everything has to be followed. The name, the things, all the things should be followed here. So it becomes benzyl. We will be naming it as from the lowest part, 1, 2, 3, and 4. It becomes 1-phenyl, 1-phenyl. On one side it is phenyl, and the total is of 4 carbon. 1-phenyl butane, and the one is at 2 position. 1-phenyl butane 2 one, which is commonly known as benzyl ethyl ketone. Now the sixth example. Sixth is acetophenone, one of the that we have heard in class 11th also. Again, the number is to be given at the smallest part. It is 1-phenyl ethanone. 1-phenyl, 2 carbon ketone here becomes the ethanone. Now this case, on both the side it is the phenyl part which is present, commonly known as benzophenone. So in this case, on both the side the phenyl groups are present, so it is known as diphenyl. 1 carbon is methanone. Okay, now the eighth. On one side it is ethyl, and on the other side it is phenyl. Phenyl and ethyl are present, and the center CO, ketone, ethyl phenyl ketone. But when we are going to give the IUPAC name, we have to follow the rule of the lowest number. So it becomes 1-phenyl propane, and the ketone is at first position, propane 1 2. Now there are few certain things which are very important while we are studying the nomenclature part. Now in this case, the CH is present on all the three carbon of the part of the propane. So if we are using the longest number rule, longest chain rule, so this CHO will become a branch. In that case, if we use 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, the long chain of 5, and then this same CHO which is getting a part of the chain is becoming the branch. So according to the IUPAC system, in that case, we are not going to give it a name as ul. We are going to consider all the three as carbaldehyde. And when they are more than one, we know that we are going to use the complete name, propane. The E is not removed here. Propane 1, 2, 3 tricarbaldehyde. It is tricarbaldehyde. Propane 1, 2, 3 tricarbaldehyde, because the CHO is not becoming a part of the structure. It is lying outside, as we have done in case of the cyclic structures also. So now this one. In this case, a pentane ring is present. The CHO and CH3 are there. So CHO is going to be the first position and methyl on the second position. So we are going to call it as 2-methyl cyclopentane carbaldehyde. So it should be very clear that whenever the CHO is lying outside our common numbering, then it is known as the carbaldehyde part. Now let us start with the certain NCERT in-text question. In this lecture, we are going only to do about the aldehydes and ketones, and when we will be proceeding to the carboxylic acid, the nomenclature of carboxylic acid will be followed over there. So the very important, very common board question, the structure of the following compounds we have to given, and we are provided with their names. Alpha methoxypropione aldehyde. So propione aldehyde, the 3 carbon aldehyde. This is the alpha position, and it is occupied by methoxy group. Alpha methoxypropione aldehyde for the 3 carbons. So completing the hydrogen, it is very, very compulsory to complete the hydrogen part here. Alpha methoxypropione aldehyde. Now the second one is 3-hydroxybutanol. So butanol, the 4 carbon part. Okay, students. Now the numbering 1, 2, 3. The 3 position is occupied by hydroxy OH. When CHO and OH both are present, then CHO gets the main part, the principal group, and OH becomes the hydroxy part. As we have studied, when there are 2 functional groups, one becomes a principal. So CHO is called as ul, while OH will be known as hydroxy rather than ol. So CH3, CH, CH2, and then it is CHO. So 3-hydroxybutanol. Now the third, after the second one, we come to the third, 2-hydroxycyclopentane carbaldehyde. So first thing, raw cyclopentane. The first position occupied by CHO, carbaldehyde, lying outside. The second position is occupied by OH, 2-hydroxycyclopentane carbaldehyde. Now a very interesting one, disec-butyl ketone. So let us draw very simple the disec part. As most of the students are in a habit of writing the sec as this one, so there is no matter how you write the sec, but the meaning should be completely according to the IUPAC system. The sec part, sec-butyl, we have to take it twice, disec-butyl ketone. And for the ketone, what we have to write it in between the two is C double bond O. Disec, sec and sec, ketone at the center, disec-butyl ketone. So let us complete the H also. CH3, CH3, CH, CH2, CH3. All the hydrogens must be complete everywhere where they are missing. Okay, now the fifth one, 4-oxopentanol. Oxo is the name used for ketones when we are using not it as a main functional group. So 4-oxopentanol. Pentanol is how many? 5 carbon. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is the pentanol. And on the fourth position, what you have to place is you have to place double bond O. As you have to place double bond O here on the fourth position, so it becomes 4-oxopentanol. So complete H at all the places, no H required, 2, 2. So 4-oxopentanol. Now the last one is 4-fluoroacetophenone. Acetophenone we have just done, it is COCH3. And on the fourth position, what is present is 4-fluoroacetophenone. So in this one, we have done how to name the aldehydes, ketones, and we did the various examples of it, how they are important in our daily life. So till then, revise these things, students. We will be meeting in another lecture related to the preparation part and the structure of these aldehydes and ketone part. Okay, thank you.